We often try to step into God's vision for our life while wearing someone's expectations, standard, style, or even their timeline. But God's vision for your life, it's customized. It's the clearest vision oftentimes comes through being uniquely you, to being exactly who God called you to be, but also vision sometimes comes through the most pain. Have you ever tried wearing someone else's prescription glasses? Everything is distorted. Well, the same is true when we try to step into someone else's vision or calling. See, what happens is it may look clear to them, but the minute you try to step into the vision that's unique for their life, it gives you a headache. You feel like your life is kind of distorted. It feels kind of all over the place. You don't know what the future holds because you're trying to put on someone else's vision that's for them, not for you. And so what happens is God gives you a unique assignment, but often comparison kills clarity. Comparison really is the thief of joy, kills what God is trying to progress and trying to produce within you. The thing with comparison, it clouds clarity. See, you're not called to be the next Steve Jobs. You're not called to be the next Elon Musk. You're not called to be the next Jeff Bezos or Judah Smith or Rich Wilkerson Jr.'s. You're called to be faithful to you. You're called to be who God called you to be. You are unique. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God took his time with you, knitting you in your mother's womb. It is almost insulting when we try to step away from the uniqueness of who we were created to be. Galatians 6:4-5 says, each one of you should test their own actions, for each one should carry their own load. Pausing point here. Who am I trying to be? Who am I trying to become? Who am I trying to be? God has given you a responsibility to honor him, to pursue him, and to be faithful to the environment, the job, the career, the volunteer opportunity that he's given you. And it's our responsibility to carry that load faithfully. Too many times we think we are catching a vision for our life, but in fact, it's a vision of our best friend because they want to become something aspirational and like, oh, I want to become that. It's like, wait. All of a sudden, you're taking on the responsibility and the load that they're called to bear and be responsible for. Sometimes we just need to take a pause and let the clouds of our judgment clear. Because remember, comparison kills clarity. The thing with vision, it's not borrowed. Vision is revealed. You can't borrow someone else's dream and expect God to bless it. Vision is received. It's not borrowed. It's not even copied. The thing is that God is giving you something on your heart that's made for you. The thing is with vision, what worked for them may actually distract you from the thing God is trying to do with you. God is trying to build something in your life. He's trying to do something through you that he's only ever done through you. And so we get caught up comparing ourselves to the way someone else is trying to achieve their dreams. This just might take us off course and steer us into a direction that God has not called us to go in. Let's think of Joseph, for example. Joseph didn't receive vision in the palace. He received vision in the pit. Take Moses, for example. Moses didn't find his calling in the comfort of Egypt. In fact, it came through a lot of failure and pain in the wilderness. It even came through a murder and a mistake. The thing with vision is that sometimes it comes through our pain, and pain has an ability to strip away false pretenses and ideas and lenses. Pain has an ability to refine who we are, to allow us to come to the realization of our rawness, of our humanity. It allows us to just be completely transparent before the Lord and ourselves. Genesis 50:20 says, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done. See, what the enemy meant for evil, God meant for good. There's so many things throughout Scripture where we see that the enemy the world and culture are trying to harm you, trying to distract you. But scripture says that we know that for those who love God and are called according to his purposes, that all things work for good for those who love God and are called according to his purposes. So take hope and take heart. So that breakup that you just had, hey, that might just serve as an opportunity to bring wholeness, love, and reliance on the Lord in your life. And maybe that job loss, maybe it's not a setback, maybe it's not failure, maybe it's just a redirection. So that family crisis you're in, maybe that's an opportunity to reestablish boundaries, an opportunity to let your loved ones know that you love them and you're there for them. See, pain in your life may not have come from God, but I do know this: pain could always be used by God. Pain comes in all different shapes and sizes and from different directions and angles. God has an ability to absorb it and use it for good, to use it for good. And pain has an ability, almost a skill set, if you will, that allows you to see what truly matters. Pain has a way of stripping distractions and ideas away to just get down to what matters. And really, pain serves as an invitation to remind you what he's calling you to do. And so I hope this is encouraging to you. If this resonated with you at all, it's a different type of devotional / encouragement / vision video for you. Go ahead and drop a comment in the description of the comment section, letting me know that it resonated. Maybe put a comment, drop a hand. Love you. I'll see you next time.